Got it done, baby! Yes! We're just leaving the vehicle, gonna go walk until we see deer. So, yeah, that's what we have going on today. How do you feel about that?
That's hunting. Sounds good to me.
The first day we set out to cover as much country as possible to try and get a feel for the area we were hunting. We saw a ton of deer sign, but not a single deer. That evening, we went to a different spot and found a great whitetail buck and decided to be there at first light. That ended up being the right decision. We saw the buck, and before we could even formulate a plan, he started running directly at us. We had no choice but to sit in the wide open and get ready for the shot. After missing the tough shot, we continued to follow our plan for the day. We had decided to walk to a part of public that didn't have any roads. On the way there, we took our time and glassed a lot of country. The closer we got to the public with no roads, the more deer we started to see. Halfway there, Jesse decided to go back and hunt the whitetail buck, and I continued on the journey to the secluded public. As soon as I made it to my destination, I started seeing deer. Before I knew it, I had deer right next to me.
Hey guys, what's up? I don't know if you can hear me or not, but it is super, super windy. And I got a buck up here bedded. I'm gonna sneak up and around this edge right here and then try and get and see if I can't get close enough for a shot. Well, I got in there 53 yards. Had an arrow knocked. It's a bit windy. I was just going to wait for him to stand up, and I looked down at something, and I looked back up, and he was jumping up and running away. And it's goofy because his two does are still up there. He just took off and away he went. So, Zach 0, deer 1.
For the evening hunt, I decided to switch gears and headed to the river bottom to try and find some rut action with some whitetails. Hunting trips always seem to go faster than we as hunters want. Our third day there was a bust, and before we knew it, the morning hunt on the last day was over and we were packing up camp. But we did make plans to stop and hunt one spot on our way home, and that proved to be a great idea. Within 15 minutes of leaving the vehicle, I had a bedded buck spotted and the stalk was underway. circled all the way around these bedded deer, getting the wind in my favor. I stalked in from above, closing the gap to 43 yards, settled my pin, and executed my shot. I watched my buck expire, and with the feeling of success flooding through my body, a sense of calm came over me. I called my buddy and had him come over to my side of the ravine so that we could try and find him a deer. After looking over several deer that were definitely on private land, he decided to go look up a different ravine that we couldn't see. As he made his way over there, I moved glassing positions and spotted a buck at 88 yards away. I called him back over, we formulated a plan, and began the stalk. Sometimes at full draw, an archer gets target lock, focusing on the target and only the target. With a sapling tree about 8 yards in front of Jesse going unnoticed, the arrow smashed into a branch, forcing the arrow off target and into the grass. If you listen closely, right after the sound of the bow going off, you hear the arrow hit the branch. We licked our wounds, picked up his arrow, and headed over to grab my buck. Alright guys, so I shot a deer from up there. I was about 44 yards away, and he was bedded right here, and I shot him while he was in his bed, and he ran down this hill. The arrow went all the way through him, stuck in this dirt, and he stood up and the arrow was still in him. My heart shot him. He ran down through this bottom and he's laying dead right over there, so super excited about that. It's our very last day in South Dakota, and we were able to get it done, so super excited about that. Yes! Got it done, baby! Yes! Yeah! Dude, I can't explain what this means to me. We have been working our asses off the whole time we've been here. This is our last and final day. We got here Monday night, hunted hard. Tuesday, Wednesday, I walked like 8 miles and saw one buck and made a stalk, and it just didn't come together. And we are literally leaving today. And I was just following onX Hunt Maps and watching, making sure that, you know, I just was looking and seeing that I was just looking for public land that we could hunt. And I came up over this, I glassed some other deer up farther, and I came up over this hill, and there's this bedded buck and some does and some other bucks, and I knew that I could get circled around this deer and get up on top of him. And I circled all the way around, and I shot downhill at like 44 yards, and as you can see, I just drilled him. So super excited to have this hunt happen the way that it did. I mean, super fortunate. I had one of my best buddies here behind the camera. I mean, it's pretty hard to beat. For a hunter, the pack out is our victory march. A full freezer is our goal, memories to last a lifetime our prize, and the trophy is simply icing on the cake. This hunt tested us mentally, physically, and emotionally, but we wouldn't have it any other way. The challenge is what we strive for, and it's what forces us to grow and be shaped into better hunters. Without a doubt, this hunt will be in the lineup for years to come, and with a lot of preparation, heart, and a little luck, we will overcome the obstacles and rise to the occasion once again.